There we go. Hello, hello, hello there. Happy Sunday. I know you guys are probably shocked to see me on a Sunday because I typically don't go live on Sundays, but I believe that this was a necessary conversation. And so, for those that come back in the replay, please share that you are here for the replay. I'll give Facebook an opportunity to let you guys know that we are on, but I am here to talk about the benefits of detoxing from the inside out. And so, what I know for sure is that men receive differently from other men. And so, I have Darrell Johnson here to share his experience with the detox, dating back to 2014 was when he made his initial investment, losing 30 pounds in 30 days without shots, without shakes, without surgery. It is no hocus pocus. It is no gimmick. It is no supplements. It is literally changing your mindset about what you eat, how we eat it, and when we eat it. And so I wanted to bring him on to share his experience share his experience from his point of view, and then to also put a charge out to the men. Over the last, I would say 2 years, I have seen a lot of men, Black men, die prematurely. And it's so disheartening because it's something that could have been prevented. It was either high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease. And so those things are preventable. And so it's important to me to bring a charge to men to get in front of their health and do something about it. And oftentimes it is making some slight adjustments to your diet and then growing thereby. And so if you're here, please take a minute to say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. When you enter into somebody's home, I know your mama taught you say hello. And so this is my home and say hello. Hello, Tabitha. Thank you so much for sharing and tagging people. Please, please, please tag people, tag men. You can tag everybody, but this particular live is for the men. Please tag men. I had Daria Valentine on last week, and she shared how she did the detox, and her husband, who at that time was diagnosed with high cholesterol, decided to do the detox. And as a result of him doing the detox, his numbers got back in alignment. And he has since then changed his diet overall and have decided to make some additional changes from it. So please tag men and anybody else that can benefit. So I'm going to give Darrell an opportunity to share how he started the detox, what made him decide to even choose to do the detox. And then we're just going to have an open conversation. You guys know how I'll do. There is no script. I have not sent any questions or anything like that. I'm here to have a real conversation. And so, Dee, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know how you started with BBT Detox.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Listen, my name is Darrell Johnson. I'm currently 54. I've done this several times over the last, I don't know, when did you say I first started?
2014.
Yeah, I've probably done it about every other year till now. So the first time down the chute, it was me and Stacy.
Okay.
And it was just, I think what got me started, if I remember correctly, is I was sitting in the office one night, and I had like this pain around my waist, and I just couldn't figure out why, what was going on around my waist.
Yeah.
I got up and started walking around, and on a humble, just undid my belt and realized, oh my God, my belt is too tight. And it kind of freaked me. Then I started grabbing. I was like, oh it's my belt. So I was like, I didn't see myself.
Yes.
I didn't realize I had gotten that way.
Yes.
So I came home and I just started, what the what? And
yeah.
So that was it. That was the initial kicker. So Stacy said she would do it with me.
I love it.
And so we jumped on it, and it was kind of difficult initially.
Okay. Yes.
But Stacy was Stacy was pushing me. She likes to push, so she was pushing me. She's a pusher.
Yeah.
It was
for the wife.
How about it? And, so she kept just kept at me, and I kept at it, and she helped me stay true to it. No, no slipping off the page. No little extra, little bit of this, a little bit of that. Staying strict to the menu and the plan. And it was difficult, but about halfway through, it got to be routine, easy, no big deal. And then I knocked it off, and I mean, the results were dramatic. I lost, actually, it was about 28 pounds in that 30 days.
Yeah.
And just the whole feel of everything was different. And lost the whole 8 pounds. So either she was cheating or she just didn't have a lot to lose, but she was mad about that 8 pounds, and I pulled back to 8.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's funny because they always say that men lose faster, but it is definitely the discipline that we put in the time that we put in it. But I want to unpack the hard piece, because oftentimes people won't do things because they perceive it as hard. And so when you say hard, what was hard for you?
I didn't want to change my eating.
Yeah, come on.
I wanted my chicken and I wanted my Chinese food on Fridays and Saturdays. I wanted my pizza. I wanted my wings. I wanted my soda.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew thing. I wanted my Mountain Dew and Pepsi.
Yeah.
I want to change those things.
Yeah.
And during that 28 days, I was strictly on the water. Period. Case closed in the story. No sodas, no teas, nothing sweet like that at all. Not even fruit juices.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to see what it was going to do. And and then again with Stacey pushing me, we just focused on that.
Yeah. I love that. And I love I love the clarity of I just didn't want to discipline those habits. Not so much that the plan was hard, but the habits that I was used to was hard. And I just didn't want to discipline them because that is the foundation of it. When we look at things and we say, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this, it's simply because we don't want to make change. And when we don't want to make change, we resist the arrest of any change happening, right? And so I love that you said Stacey pushed you, because here's the reality of it. I mentioned earlier how so many of our Black men within the last couple of years, I know personally, have checked out of here prematurely. They were not supposed to exit when they exit. And oftentimes people say, when it's your time, it's your time. Your time is God's time. And so when you don't do the things to align with your faith confessions, then you agree with the opposite.
Right.
And so I love how you share how Stacey pushed you, because the reality of it is that the men are the prophet, the priest, and the king. And so if they exit prematurely, that then forces us into a place that we were never supposed to be.
Right.
And so we need our men to stand up and lead in the place of their health, because there's so much attached to it. You also mentioned that you had a come to you moment in the moment to say, what's going on around my waist, when you loosened your belt, because we go on about in our day-to-day operations. And so we see ourselves the same, right? And so when we see ourselves the same, we make adjustments mentally that everything is the same, and it's not. But in that, you had a revelation. I call it a come to Jesus moment, and saying, oh my God, it's this.
Yeah. It was tough.
Right? And that's where dis-ease starts, in the gut. It starts in the gut. And so I so appreciate you taking the necessary steps to say, let me see what this is all about, and sticking to it. And so you mentioned it was 28 pounds in 30 days. In my record, it said 30 pounds, but still 28 pounds in 30 days is major, not just to weight loss, but your organs.
Yeah.
When we expand in weight, so does our organs, because it has to keep up with what we need to do. The heart has to pump more blood. The lungs has to pump harder for us to breathe and oxygen to flow. And so it's so much more than just what's on the scale when we lose weight. Now, I specifically I specifically birthed the 30-day detox to help people give their digestive system a break. Well, first, to be obedient to God. That's why it was birthed. And then to also give their digestive system a break, because we don't. Like you said, you were drinking all the sodas. Me too,
Yeah.
right? I should have stock in Pepsi as much as I drank it, right? Going to the Chinese restaurant and, all of that stuff, it's like, your body needs a break from that. And oftentimes people say, well, the body is designed to detox itself. It is, but only when it is properly aligned. When we begin to put those other toxins in, the body does not know that it's out of alignment. It thinks it's the norm.
Yeah.
And so that's why you have the resistance of wanting to change the habits, is because the body is like, we've been doing this. What you doing?
Right.
And so in that change, when do you feel like the light bulb came on for you and you really begin to feel different?
I think it was within the first week.
Yeah.
Every day I got on the scale, and the first couple of days were, of course, stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I would say day 4, 5, maybe 6 in there, I started noticing it dropping. Boom, boom, boom. It was almost like 2 pounds a day initially.
Yeah.
First kicked in, it was like about 2 pounds a day, and then it tapered off to that last about a pound or so a day, to finally my total was about 28 pounds all in that 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And so would you say that it was more than just physical weight that was coming off?
Yeah, I think so. Because so the things that I didn't notice until I lost the weight was like going down to tie my shoes.
Yeah.
I realized that I was moving my stomach out the way, or gapping my legs this daggone far, so I could get down between my thighs to tie my shoes, to take care of my feet, things like that. So, and then the going up and down the stairs, because I'm in a 2-story, so out of the basement to the main floor, and up, I'm like, this feels all right.
Yeah.
By the time I get to the top floor, it's like, all right, I need to, I feel it like I've been squatting. But I mean, all that kind of stuff. And then things just got brighter.
Yeah. It's that clarity of vision.
It just got brighter, lighter. It just felt better. I believe it just felt better. I just felt better overall.
Yeah. I love that.
None of that stuff. I was on that fruit and them vegetables, and no meat, no sodas, none of that stuff. And we know that half of that stuff is chemical based.
Yes.
Right? Not good, not organic, not really meant for us.
Yeah.
In the quantities that I was taking them in.
Come on.
I mean, come on, I could kill a 2-liter easily in the afternoon.
Yeah, easy.
Movie, pizza, and just hanging out, especially on a hot summer day. A Mountain Dew ain't got a chance around me. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that part that people miss, is the clarity of vision, because once you're clear in one thing, you're clear in multiple things. And like you said, to bend down, you didn't realize you were moving your stomach out the way. And in that, it's literally cutting off the breath.
Yeah.
It's literally cutting off the breath. And then
pressure in my head, and then I come up and like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's all that gut.
Yeah, absolutely. And did you have any health challenges before?
No, God, no. And still don't.
Yeah.
But I know my fighting weight is like 220.
Yeah.
If I had like 220, 210, I'd be cut like a diamond.
Yeah.
But I was floating right around 250. That's where I float around at, eating all I want to eat, doing whatever I want to do, except exercising. So 250, that's where my normal float weight is. And I got down, to 230, whatever.
Yeah.
20. I was like, oh. Say something now. Say something now.
Yeah.
It really felt good. So I was able to keep it off with no problem. I think I did it at the top of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to keep it off through the summer. And then got Thanksgiving and, put on my winter coat.
Yeah. That winter physical coat. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've mentioned that you did the detox multiple times,
Right.
and my records show that it's almost like every year you do it at 2014, 2015, 2019, 2020. What makes you go back to the detox as your go-to?
Because I'm familiar with it, and at this point it's easy. I already know what I got to do. See, the first time I was like, oh my God, what is this going to be like? This is going to be so painful. This is going to be all the stuff in my head that I thought it would be. And it really, once you get into it, it's really not that. It really that bad.
Yeah.
You know? And so I know what I'm gonna get out of it.
That part. Yeah.
Right? If I do it 100%, I know what I'm gonna get out of it.
Yeah. That part is that knowing that it works.
Yeah.
Like literally. And so to know that you have something to go to and that you're going to get the results that you're looking for from the inside out, it's almost like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right. And so I say that it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's a one-time investment. You've never come back and had to say, hey, let me buy another detox. It's yours. Right. And so whenever you decide to do it, you can.
Yeah.
And so giving yourself that opportunity, giving yourself the opportunity to have a go-to without having to overthink anything is priceless in and of itself.
Yeah.
And so from a man's point of view, how would you share it with other men to do it? Or recommend it to other men to do it?
I would just tell them. I would show them.
Yeah.
You know, because I think one year I was at a meeting somewhere, and a buddy of mine took a picture of the room, and I happened to be sitting on the aisle, and I was looking through his pictures, and I was like, "Oh my God, is that me? Have I widened up that much again?"
Yeah.
Here we go. Where's my detox? Matter of fact, it's up on our office wall now permanently. So I know
it. Come on.
So it's like, man. But see, my thing is, I'll lose it, and I'll stay right, and then I'll go through the wintertime. Like, it's like,
I got you. Life happens.
And so I actually, after we buried my father, I was close to around 270.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm talking about miserable. I was just all those emotions and all that stuff.
Sure.
So now I've dropped about 10 by just relaxing on the eating.
Yeah.
But I already got my mind squared away that once we get through next week, I know what I got to do through December, so I can start go into January.
Yeah.
So I'm already got my mind squared away.
Yeah.
Once it's going to go down.
You know?
So I got my shoes. I got my sweats. I'm going to add the home exercises. I got a little app. Exercises with it. That's another thing. When I was doing it, I was being told that you can't really exercise on it because of whatever.
Right.
I am, though.
Yes, that part. Yeah.
It was more difficult, yes.
Mm-hmm.
However, the results were far better.
Yeah, far better. Actually, a young lady asked me that on yesterday. Would she be able to still work out and detox? And I told her absolutely. One of the great things that I love about the detox is that it gives you the flexibility to choose. If you need more protein, because we don't eliminate any food group. All the food groups are there. And so you get to choose what to put where. If you're working out early in the morning and you need some more protein or some more carbohydrates, you get to choose. And like you said, it was a completely different encounter. I also told her that when I work out doing the detox, it is amazing. I am so light on my feet. I feel like I can fly.
It's a different level of energy.
Yeah, that part. There you go. It's a different level of energy. Yes.
And that processed food that absolutely sucks it out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
The bread and all that stuff. I know what's, I don't want to say killing me, but I know what's zapping my strength.
There you go.
And I will eat me some bread. I'll make biscuits every day and just eat jelly and butter. That.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, when it's time to get it right.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, here we go. I got to push all this stuff that I like to eat that don't like me. Aside and focus on getting this abs to get these abs together, getting everything else together.
Yeah, I love that. And so they are talking in the comments, and so it's a conversation. And so I always like to include them. And Leanne says, her workouts are better on the detox for the most part. She has more energy. So going back, sharing with what you say, and I like that language. It's a different level of energy. Like that is perfect. And then Kristen says that she can relate. Sometimes the hardness come from just not wanting to change.
Yeah.
And so in your share, you talk about lifing, right? But in lifing, you know how to get back and when and what. Because I tell people that life is going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But don't allow life to happen to you. You happen to life. And that's what you're doing is that, okay, I know what I got to do and I know where I can go to do it.
Right.
And so in that, you also shared that you shaved off about 10 pounds, making adjustments. Would you say that ability to shave off came from any of the principles that you learned in the detox?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I often have eaten and still do at times just because I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, let me go eat some more.
Yes.
Especially something with like pizza and we're watching movies, it's movie night. And I've had a slice or two, get a large. And that's really all I need.
Yeah.
But it's good. And I'm just watching a movie. Let me go get another slice and another 16, 20 ounces of Pepsi or Mountain Dew on top of that. And then at the end of the night, I'm feeling stuffed and bloated and all. But I did it to myself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know what not to do, but I get comfortable in doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I almost, I don't want to get too spiritual on you.
No, listen.
But I almost like, when you got issues going on in your mind and in the world, you go to that word. Well, for me, when I like, oh God, I feel all this, I go to that detox.
Yeah, come on.
I know the answers are there.
Yes.
Follow. I mean, you got, in my copy, you got the little food in a little square for every day, what you need to do, this day, that day, whatever, chew day, no chew day. It's all in that little square. And I just go to that. I refer to that square, just like referring to a verse in the Bible.
Come
just
on.
Go to that square and handle that business for that day. And it's really, you don't even have to think about it. You already know what's coming.
Yeah.
It's already written out. You already know what's coming. Just do it.
Just do it.
That's what
I love that.
I just shut up, suffer through it, because sometimes those veggies get annoying. I want to have steak. Wife sitting over there eating a burger. And I'm like, really? I mean, so
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Leanne. Leanne said that's good, Darrell. Yeah, it is. Like you refer to it in the box. You know what you got to do. Do it and do it. I love that that analogy. And so yeah, that's good stuff. That's real because we all have been presented with mindless eating. Like literally, we are very aware. You do not need another slice of pizza. You don't need another piece of chicken, right? But that mindless eating will have you continue to go to it, right? For whatever reasons. And so having that thing that you can go to and get right back in alignment is paramount. Really, you ain't got to figure nothing out. Just let me go to it. Like you said, let me go to this box and do what I need to do.
Yep.
The other thing that stands out is that you said, if you do the work, it's going to work for you.
Yeah. It's once you get in the groove, it's really not hard.
Yeah.
Again, the hard thing is knowing that you got to adjust your eating. But once you just do it, I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Once you make up your mind, and I always say it's not hard, it's work.
Yeah.
Right? Just like in a marriage, it's work, but it's not hard. And when you really make up your mind and make yourself the priority for whatever your whys are, it will align. And earlier you mentioned that the first week was probably the most challenging.
Yeah.
I would agree, right? If you get through those first 3 days, you are on and selling. The next 27 days, you're good.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just
so, yeah, say it again.
It's just a countdown from there.
Come on. It's just a countdown from there, literally. Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why I do it Black Friday to Christmas Eve in the years that allow that time span, because certain years it doesn't fall 30 days perfect because of leap year. But then in the years that it does, I do it specifically because you get the best of both worlds. You get Thanksgiving and you get Christmas, but you are disciplining yourself in between. And so that's giving you a jump start on the new year, and also letting you know that I really don't need it.
Yeah.
Because one thing's for certain and two is for sure, that food is going to be there.
Stuffing in that refrigerator just waiting on me, like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And what people fail to realize is that it's not the food you want, it's the fellowship.
Yeah.
You can fellowship and detox.
This is true.
Literally, you can go to a restaurant. I recommend that you don't, but you can go to a restaurant on the detox.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's the
green salad.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's the fellowship that people, get worked up on when we do this Black Friday detox. But I want to give the audience an opportunity to ask questions or share any aha moments that you've received, because it's a conversation, guys, or questions that you may have for your husbands from a white point of view. I see a few women here, and one of the things that Darrell has constantly said was the push from her husband. Daria, that was on with us, huh?
Say it again.
One of the things that you said, was the push from his wife.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. right. Yes, thank you for that correction. Was the push from his wife. And this is live, y'all. That's why I love it. Yes. Was the push from his wife. And then also, Daria mentioned that she was on the detox. And as a result of the work, her being the example, the work that she did influenced her husband. And so once he got this diagnosis, like Darrell said, he knew what to go to. And he didn't do it initially, but he knew, hey, that thing worked for my wife, and so it must work for me. And so is there any questions from a wife point of view to get your husband along, right? I receive DMs. I'll see people on the street and they are sharing about their husbands not getting on board. And so what are some of the things that you can share while they're typing here? What are some of the things that you can share to the wives to help their husbands get in alignment with their health?
Number one, listen to me. Do not nag about it. Because the more pressure I get, the more I want to push back against it. It's just, I don't know if it's a man thing or my big head thing. Look, I'll get to it. Don't push me. And I say, my wife did not do that for me. She was just like, all right, I'm in. What you gonna do? You with me or not? Okay. And then when I told her that I brought it to her, when I told her that I wanted to do it, she just made sure that I stayed focused on it and didn't slip up. She even offered me a couple opportunities. She said, well, you can do something. It's just today if you want to. And allow me to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be pushed. Not like that.
Not like that.
I like to be challenged.
Now,
challenge is different.
Yeah.
Don't nag them about it. Just talk to them about it. Be an example in front of them. The smaller you get, the less you wear around the house. He'll catch on. Trust me when I tell you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's real. And that's what we need to hear. Yeah. It's because we have to use wisdom, right? The Bible says is that the virtuous woman was wise, like her words, right? Led. And so we have to use wisdom, and to hear from you to say, don't nag, be the example, stand and be consistent. You can support, but not force. There's a difference. Yeah. And so those are very good nuggets. And so Leanne said, don't get it twisted when I said your husband. She's saying, he said, don't get it twisted. We live. I love it. And so
be clear.
Be clear. Yeah. And so Chris says very familiar. And so, that's really good. And so do you have like anything that you would share with someone that is possibly on the fence about doing the detox?
Yeah. I would say for 30 days, for once, for 30 days, man up, woman up, follow the instructions to a T. Don't punk out.
Yeah.
because I wanted to. A couple times I was like, man, I just want to run by McDonald's and get some fries. Because crazy enough, you will start to smell French fries from miles away.
Yes.
Your senses will heighten.
Yeah.
And stuff that you're not supposed to have, that's going to be calling you.
Absolutely.
I got to drive by 2 of them to get to my house.
Yeah.
And there once upon a time was a regular time when I would come home, especially during COVID. I would go out, come home with 2 large fries and a shake. Large fry for me, a large fry for the wife, and we would have a shake. And then when I said I'm a detox, whatever, I can smell the fries in the house.
Yeah,
fries in the house. But you get. Listen, look, if you ain't gonna love you right, ain't nobody else gonna love you right. So you got to at least try for yourself 100%.
Come on.
One time, one thing, something.
Come on, say that again. One time, one thing, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't pretty, and I missed all the junk food, really, but I got the results I wanted. I was lean. I was leaned out. And I had a lot of people like, well, what's going on with you? And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I had to wear clothes to church, I was spending there in the bow tie. Anyway, because my job was right. So,
yes, I love it. Yes, and Kiana says you gotta love you right. Absolutely. And like you said, D, 30 days. Like you got 11 other months that you can choose to do whatever you want to with. And so commit to 30 days for you. Here's the thing. You put everybody else as a priority. It's time to put yourself as a priority. Absolutely. And what I can guarantee you is it is not the Last Supper. All of your great things that you love, it will be there. Once the detox is over, it really will be there. And here's the thing. The principles that are outlined in the program does not keep you from them. We just teach you how to access them. I don't believe in restriction, and that's why we don't tell you what to eat. You literally choose what you want to eat every single day for the 30 days, as long as you stay within alignment of the guidelines on the plan. Why? Because what I want to eat and what you want to eat on a Monday will be completely different. In addition to that, it's not teaching you lifestyle principles. You will not walk around the rest of your life saying, oh, it's Monday. What should I eat Monday? No, we teach you how to properly combine your foods to get you the necessary results that you need. And like I said, it's to first give your body, your digestive system a break, to literally release easy. Constipation is not your portion.
No. The leafy greens. Hey.
Yeah, constipation is not your portion. And so if nothing else, your body releases naturally and easily. There is no gripe. There's no, you got to run to the restroom. Your body is releasing naturally. And while you're releasing your food naturally, you're also releasing emotional weight naturally. You're releasing spiritual weight naturally. You're releasing mental weight naturally. And so while you're losing the physical weight, that is simply the fruit of your labor. But when you come out, as Darrell mentioned, there is so much clarity of vision. That's because you're no longer cluttered. You've made room and you've closed out some tabs that have been open for decades in your head. So give yourself 30 days to invest in yourself, to come outside of the spirit of familiar. I guarantee you that if you come outside of the spirit of familiar in your eating, you will come outside of the spirit of familiar in your thinking. It's a stronghold, guys. And we address those areas in the detox. You had something you wanted to add, D?
I need 1 second. I'm trying to finish, so let me get a plug. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Yeah. Right. And so with that is you literally taking the time to say, I am going to align in between the holidays, right? Black Friday to Christmas Eve. You still get to enjoy both of the holidays, but you're not going after the leftovers. You're not going to the holiday parties, or if you do, you're going with discipline. right? So you don't have all the unnecessary things that you would usually do. Like Dee mentioned earlier, the mindless eating. That turkey, that chicken, that chicken marsala, it all tastes the same. You have it every year. Like literally. And so Kiana says, someone asked me, what was I detoxing from because I eat healthy? Please go in for those who eat healthy. What does it do for them? I love that, Keith. Thanks so much for sharing that. And so here's the thing: most people think they eat healthy because it's what has worked for them in the past. It keeps them at a comfortable level, and so they think they eat healthy. And when I ask people, well, what actually do you eat? And when they tell me what they eat, it is not the healthiest option. And so you may think you eat healthy, but come expose yourself to healthier. And it's not always about what you're eating, but what's eating you, because too much of anything becomes problematic. And so you can eat well, but too much. You can eat well, but not enough. If you're eating once a day, you're not getting the proper nutrients to digest your system in addition to other things, right? And so eating well is perspective. And I believe that better is always available. So if you think you're good, go after better, right? Go after better. And so Kiana says she's excited about the clarity of vision that's on the way. And then I saw someone else's information about the how can they join the detox. Awesome information, Rashida. Awesome information. Can I get info on the detox? Absolutely. Go to bodybytasha.com. That's Tasha with an O, and click on detox. Click on the detox, and it will send you to a link with information and a plethora of testimonials from other people that do it. And so now, Dee, that you're back.
Yes, ma'am.
I love all that we have shared. Is there anything that you feel like can be added to what we've shared so far?
So, yeah, I want to go back to something that you said. I heard you say it a couple of times that all that stuff will be there. It will be there. But let me tell you something. After you're done, you won't want it.
Come on.
You really won't.
Yeah.
You really won't. And I thought that, so one time I did say, okay, well, I've done, I was on day 28 one year, and it was around one of these barbecue holidays,
4th of July or something.
Yeah. And I was like, well, my 30 days is in 2 days, but I'm gonna have this burger today. And you text me or something and blew my little feelings out the water. And then I had to get back on. I was like, all right, so Coach done called me. I'm not messing with it. But I did, after I did my 30 days, and then I said, all right, now I'm gonna go get me some burgers and do that. It made me nauseous, real talk.
Yeah.
So I was like, I only want it.
Yes.
And that's how I'm able to stay consistent through the summers, right? Yeah. And stay fit, stay slim, stay like I want to look through the summers. And then, because even though it's hot dog season and hamburger season, I don't really want it.
That's right.
Because the other thing, I don't want to mess up the look I don't work for 30 days. Right. But then I get into the wintertime, and then it'll slowly come back, especially start hitting Thanksgiving and holidays. But I know where to go. Yeah. So I didn't think about this in between holidays thing, like you said. I think I'm gonna jump on that one too, because I was getting ready to do it anyway. I might as well start then also.
I love it. Absolutely.
So I'll meet you at the halfway point. Let's see what's happening.
Come on.
What you want to do? What you want to do?
Come on, go tell everybody. I love it. And I love that mention, because the support is also important. And in the 30-day detox, there's a community of like-minded individuals that are doing it alongside of you. In addition to that is that I hover. You may not even think I'm looking, but I am looking, because your wellness matters to me. Like, I take your wellness personal. Like Darrell said, I hit him up and was like, what the heck are you doing? You are 2 days from the finish line. Right?
Had me all in my little feelings.
And that's another thing. Like, you can't get offended. You have to know that I have your best interest at heart. And so I'm going to come to you lovingly, but strong, because I know what's on the other side. And you are so worth it. Literally, like he said, you won't even want it. After the 30 days, there are times with me, what I do is that I put my family and my friends on notice. Right. And here's the thing, when you're getting ready to detox, everybody wants to treat you to lunch or dinner. I just got a text today saying, hey, it's about that time. Let's go to lunch or dinner. These are my off days. And I said, well, I'm detoxing. Here's my availability after the detox.
Right.
Why? Because you got to put your family and friends on notice and say, hey, support me in this. And if you can't, then I am going to have to disconnect, because this is life or death.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. Because what you do in this season will show up in later seasons, and you don't even know they are connected. It is that serious. And so you are not on an island by yourself. You are supported by other people with the same mindset that you have to get to optimal health. Let's talk about that for a minute, D. When you talked about going up the steps, not being out of breath, bending over, being able to tie your shoes without the pressure of blood running, forcing itself to the front. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a lot.
Optimal health.
Yeah.
And so losing weight, absolutely, it's necessary in some cases. Some people don't need to lose physical weight. They need to lose mental, emotional, social, and spiritual weight. But it's about optimal health for me. Another lady shared that when she detoxed, that if her gas, she said, just the thought that if she ran out of gas and had to go 13 miles to get to the next gas station, that she could.
Yeah.
Like that part, just knowing that you can. Another young lady that detoxed before, she was at the train station and left something in her car. She left something in her car, and she had probably 5 minutes to go and get back, and she needed it. That girl was able to run to her car and run back because she had cleansed her system and had begun to work out.
Yeah.
And so it's about the optimal health, the functional fitness that comes along with cleansing.
It's a great jumpstart.
It's a great jumpstart. Yes. And I love that you pointed that out, Dee, that it's a jumpstart. It is not the end all be all, just like surgery is not the end all be all. It is a jumpstart to a lifestyle of health and wellness. And so when people talk about, they did the gastric bypass, the gastric sleeve, I support it. I really do. Whatever you need to jumpstart your wellness, do that. But don't you stop there. It is simply the beginning of your journey of health and wellness. So I love that you added that, Dee. It is the jumpstart. And so Sherry says, everyone needs to detox. The thing is, your body holds on to toxins from foods over the years. Therefore, you need to rid those poisons and toxins. It does. The body will hold on to food. When you start detoxing, you will be like, where is that coming from when you start to release? Because you'll look at the week and be like, oh, well, I only ate this. I only ate that. What's coming out is years and months of food that has been sticking to the cavity of your walls and just hanging out there. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. And so I love that mention, Dee, to go back and to go back and say it, to go back and share that no, it's not hard. Once you decide, it's a flow.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is. Because it's all drummed up in your own head how difficult it really is. That's just drummed up in your head. It's a fallacy. Go do the work. Trust me. I've done it. I do it. I know I know that thing I can always go back to if things get out of shape.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's a great jump start. It's 30 days. I can genuinely expect to drop 20 pounds every time I do it, no matter what. If I'm doing it 100%, or if I'm doing it with some cheat days in the middle. With a couple cheat days, like maybe through the weekend, I'll cheat a little bit on the weekend, but then Monday through Friday, 100% discipline.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to drop 20.
Yeah. You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Love that. Love that. And so before we wrap up, I want to give them another opportunity, questions, comments, ahas, anything that you guys want to ask Darrell and or myself, this is your time to do it. Is there anything else, D? I love that you said you're gonna jump in there with it because you was planning to do it already. Look at God.
Yeah, we gonna get it in.
I love it.
It's been a tough year.
Yeah. Yeah. And giving yourself that grace, right? I love how you said, if you mess up during the week, so what? Some people mess up and then they just throw it all away.
Yeah.
No. Continue.
Yeah.
You will never get to the finish line running back to first base.
No.
You just won't.
Yeah.
You just won't.
So, and 30 days is going to come and go whether you do anything or not. So why not at the end of that 30 days be lighter? Be clearer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's going to come and go no matter what you do.
That is a fact.
So why not be lighter? I love that.
Yep.
Why not get that clarity of vision that you have been waiting for? Some of you guys are fasting for. Some of you guys are hoping for. But it's so much clutter there because of the toxins that are flowing through your body on a consistent basis. Why not?
Yeah.
And so I invite all of you guys to join us on Black Friday for the 30-day Detox Jumpstart. Like literally, who would not want to be ahead on Christmas Day?
Right. Right. You'll be doing pushbacks on Christmas Day's dinner.
Yeah.
You'll be doing pushbacks.
Like, oh no, I don't even want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. And so I invite you guys to join us Black Friday through Christmas Eve. You still have both holidays. I call it the best of both worlds. And then you'll also enter into a new world. I detox every year to help align myself, go to the next dimension. I'm after the unknown. I know what I already know. So God, help me, show me to enter into the unknown. And entering into the unknown, you have to do the unknown, right? If you want change, if you want different, you got to do something different. And so I position myself, as Dee said, I challenge myself to go to a new dimension every year on Black Friday when the days align, because it's a completely different experience. And so those that are interested, you can DM me if you have additional questions, or you can go directly to bodybytasha.com and click the detox. We are actually starting mindset reset work. Actually, I'm jumping on a call with them. What time is it? Oh, it's 7:00. I'm good. I'm jumping on a call with them because everything begins and ends with the mind. And so I'm not here just to have you push through and lose and lose 30 pounds, but I want you to lose weight mentally, physically, emotionally. And it all starts with the mindset. I want to help you get to the root of why you eat what you eat, right? Because it's not just about what you're eating, but what's really eating you. And when you get to the root of that, then even if you get off, like Darrell has said many times before, you know where to go. You know exactly where to go. He said that it's a permanent posting on his wall in his home, and he invested in 2014. And that's still his go-to to get back in alignment. And so I invite you to join us and to explore different for yourself this year, right? This year, 2022, explore different this year. And so Chris says, great detox fellowship. Absolutely. And then Sherry says, let me pull out my plan. I'm in, coach. Just going to freeze my turkey Christmas. That's right. Exactly. That's exactly right. Freeze it. I guarantee you it's good. I buy a turkey from Popeyes every year. And because I detox on Black Friday, I freeze it. And when we unfreeze it, I think it's better because it's almost like it didn't marinate for 30 days. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Anything else, Dee, before we let the people go?
No, I'm good to go. Anything else you need from me, ma'am?
No, I think this has been amazing. It really has. And thank you so much for investing time, right? Time is your most valuable asset. And so thank you for investing your time to sit and share with the people. Your testimony will help others get their testimony, literally. And so I'm so grateful for you taking the time, making the time to join us on today.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we are going to let you go. Thank you, Karen. Karen says very informative information. Deanna says, let's get it. Sherry says, thanks, coach. Leanne said, that's good. It's going to come and go either way.
It is. Trust me.
I love it. Good night, y'all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the other side. Remember, where there's no challenge, there will never be any change. Refuse to remain the same, because same is lame, and it has no and it has no reason to be among your name. It's lame. Good night, guys.
Good night.